Actually, it was an 800 number on a radio advertisement. I'd heard it like 3 times and just decided, maybe it was a sign that I needed to call it, so I called it, and it put me in touch with, I think it was Courtney first, and then Jan through Sopran. I just realized that not only was my drinking getting more out of control, it was getting more careless. And I just knew that, I was on a path of, destruction, either injuring myself, injuring someone else. It just was time to really do something. Just talking to him on the phone. I talked to Courtney a few times, talked to Jan a couple times, and they explained what the process was, and I thought it would be good to step away from things at home and just devote, everything to recovery. It was a local one in 2010. That was the only other treatment I'd been in. Yeah, it's a big difference. I'm not sure really what best to explain it. That one was, this one just seemed more kind of relaxed, more focused on, the patient care than the other one was. Let's see, it wasn't what I expected. I wasn't expecting like the outdoor environment. I assumed it would be like enclosed, so that's where the other one was. You didn't, you had a small patio to go outside on, but everything else was inside. I think, well, like I said, I just needed something where I could get away completely from the home environment, and the physical kind of temporary relocation to come to Sopran was a good thing for me. The structure of going to groups, working individually with a therapist, going to the different groups was good. I like that they have the inside meetings every night. I thought they're real good. I mean, the techs, you can tell they do this because they want to do it. Therapists were good. I've had worked with 2 different therapists since I've been here. Unfortunately, I think sometimes the group therapy is kind of repetitious, but we probably need that too. It's like you can't learn something in one session and then expect to retain it. Individual sessions are real good. Take the time, they answer questions, kind of go over the plan. It took a while. I didn't know right offhand. It was, of course, I was, I assumed they just let people go for the first, 5 days or so for detox, and then kind of get into treatment. So, kind of have to wait until after that to kind of see what the whole plan is going to be. Let's see. We did one. I think Ray had recently started, well, we've done it a few times, the emotional intelligence, like EQ. I thought that was really informative about how we form those thought processes, how they become behaviors. Basically, it starts 6 a.m. They come around, knock on doors. They basically knock on all the doors because a lot of people need 6 a.m. meds. I'm usually up by 6:30, go and get my cup of coffee, go take my morning meds. And we just kind of relax, outside under the tiki huts. Breakfast is at 7:15. So we have breakfast, we go to our first morning group at 8, where they do 3 readings from the different AA, NA, and CA books. Then we start our groups at 9 o'clock, 45, 50-minute groups, and we break for lunch at noon. Have a process group with a therapist, which is basically her clients and the therapist, and that's always a good group just to kind of reflect on the week or the day. Go through groups the afternoon, and 5:15 we have dinner. 7 o'clock we have a, like I say, AA, NA, or CA meeting. Then we have a wrap up at 8:45, which is basically they go over anything that came up during the day, things going on the next morning, and then we have a gratitude. Everybody goes around and talks about what they're grateful for the day. I don't know, it's really hard to pin down to like one thing. I mean, Just like I say, the techs are awesome. They're helpful. I mean, yeah, they've got rules to go by, and some people get upset because, why can't we do this? Why can't we have that? It's like, well, there's, limitations, but I think the techs were the best. You could always go to them. You needed something or had a question about something. And the community, new person comes in, the community kind of steps in. The other, clients here and helps them out, shows them the ropes. Just the things I learned in group, and also the people, the other, like I say, the techs, but the other, clients or patients here, that we really kind of form a community. It's people you'll remember when you leave. I think it's a really great option to consider. I mean, it's, if you can come down here, it's nice. Like for me, it was just that physical break. I had to get away and be somewhere where I could put my daily life behind me and just focus on that. And that's something that's easy to do here. Just stay focused on recovery, stay focused on, what your needs are, and therapist, communicates that well with you. And